Welcome, dreamers and adventurers, to Castles to Cauldrons, the podcast where we journey from magical castles to wizarding cauldrons and beyond. Join Jason, Rachel, Terri, and Myka, and together they'll be your travel guides through the enchanting worlds of Disney, Universal, and all your favorite travel destinations. Whether you're daydreaming of fairy tale castles, spellbinding theme parks, or just looking for your next adventure, they're here to sprinkle a bit of pixie dust on your travel plans. As knowledgeable travel agents, they're here to help answer questions, recommend, and navigate planning your dream trips. So grab your wand, pack your bags, and get ready to explore with us as they uncover hidden gems, share insider tips, and dive into the wonders of travel. It's time to turn your wanderlust into reality and let the adventure begin. Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to our first episode of Castles to Cauldrons. This is going to be an interesting foray for all of us. We want to try to dive in and give some information that can help you on your Disney and Universal destinations, plus other big family-friendly places and some adult and inclusive resorts like Sandals. We're part of an agency called Magical Travel that's our sponsor for this podcast, and we can help you with everything you need when it comes to these destinations. We will talk about Magical Travel a little bit later with one of our co-hosts, Rachel. But right now, we're just going to get to know each other and let you get to know all of us. So I'll let y'all introduce yourselves. We'll start with Rachel.
Okay. Hi, I am Rachel Hummel. I am co-owner of Magical Travel, and I reside outside of Philadelphia.
I'm Terri Lofton, and I'm located in Roxborough, North Carolina.
And I am Myka Jowers, and I am in Lancaster, South Carolina.
And I'm from Montgomery. I've already introduced myself, but hey. Montgomery, Alabama. So it's a nice little area where I can drive to Disney and Universal all the time. I love it. So let's start off by just getting to know our favorite parks. I'll start with this one and stay. I love Epcot. Epcot's probably my favorite when it comes to just being able to go somewhere and relax and not worry about doing much.
I'm gonna have to go with Magic Kingdom. I could go there and not go on one single ride. Just enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy walking around and seeing everything.
I have to agree with Rachel. My husband wants to know how I could be so happy when I walk into Magic Kingdom and there's thousands of people and it's hot and it's sweaty, but I'm at home and I'm frazzled. But when I go there, it's like the smells, the sounds, everything. You just it just puts you in a mood that just makes you want to be happy. And like Rachel, I don't have to ride anything because I don't ride roller coasters. I ride smaller rides. So I like to watch the shows. The Festival of Fantasy Parade is probably my favorite after the fireworks. So I have to see each of those multiple times per vacation. Once doesn't do it enough for me.
And I have to say my favorite is Animal Kingdom, kind of for the same thing of I love to go and I just love how Animal Kingdom looks. And I could spend just the whole day walking around and doing stuff. I mean, I do love Flight of Passage, but I just love Animal Kingdom. And I feel like it's not a trip for me to Disney World unless I go to Animal Kingdom.
So no one likes Hollywood Studios.
It's too hot.
My kids will spend their entire time at Hollywood Studios if I would let them.
My son's favorite is Hollywood Studios too.
Yeah.
It moved up when they got rid of the sorcerer hat for me, but I mean, it's still not the best.
I used to call it MGM for the longest time after they changed it over.
People still do, yeah.
Favorite ride? Like, doesn't have to be Disney, doesn't have to be Universal. What? Just your favorite ride? Velocicoaster is top of mine, but it's right below it is Time Traveler out at Silver Dollar City in Branson.
I'm gonna go with Haunted Mansion. I just am a sucker for just an old school Disney ride. I like the one in World. So, because it's just I'm a Disney or Walt Disney World girl at heart instead of Disneyland. So
I can't go to Disney World without riding Haunted Like, I feel like if you go to Magic Kingdom, you have to ride it. I'm the same thing with Pirates. Like, you have to ride Pirates.
Right. There's
Yeah.
just the nostalgia around it.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember going on it when I was a kid and before fast passes were a thing and the line queue and
Mm-hmm.
like just seeing all the tombstones and just, you catch details that you don't normally see.
Yeah.
Every time you go.
It's obviously Flight of Passage, because as someone who doesn't ride roller coasters, it's the most interactive that I can get without feeling sick when I get off of it. So I actually get a thrill from a ride that I actually enjoy. But I have a hot take, and one of my favorites is the Astro Orbiter at night. And no one likes it but me. It doesn't have fast passes, so we have to wait in line. And I'm so excited to get on it, and no one else is, but they play along. But I just love it at night, especially after the fireworks, and you can kind of just see everything all lit up. So, but I think that's a nostalgia play as well. Just looking out over everything, and all the bright lights are pretty.
Yeah, the views from Astro Orbiter are unreal.
I think
when
any
you're
of the
up there.
Magic Kingdom, like outside rides at night when the fireworks are going, are pretty awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say People Mover.
Like People Mover.
We did Seven Dwarfs one time, and that was crazy. Just when you're being flung around, but seeing the fireworks go off during that. But something relaxing like Astro or People, it's a nice little ride, and being able to just sit and relax.
You think
Why
Astro's
wouldn't it be?
relaxing?
Yeah.
The worst thing
It's so
about it is
slow.
the elevator. Like, I don't like, that's the only reason I don't go in there, is because I don't like getting in the elevator in the
Yeah.
middle of the summer with all the sweaty people, and yeah.
It's always hot and enclosed. I don't like enclosed spaces.
I don't think I've ridden Astro Orbiter since I was
It's been a while
like
since I've ridden
little.
it, but
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time I rode it in Disneyland. And it's right there, when you walk in.
My favorite ride is Cosmic Rewind, with like Velocicoaster being right under Cosmic Rewind, because I just have such a good time and I just smile the entire time I'm on that ride and just have so much fun.
Have you gotten every song yet?
No. I think I've only had September and I Ran were the only two songs I think I've gotten so far.
It is a great ride.
But it's just so fun. So fun.
I need to ride it again.
I love it so much.
But
Now, did you like that as far as like Tron goes, as the two newest ones over there? Because my son and my husband that rode both, they couldn't decide which one they thought was the best one.
I haven't ridden Tron, so I
Tron
can't
is
do
overhyped.
there. It's so short from what I've heard.
It is short.
That was the main complaint.
Yeah. I like both. I mean, they're two different types of roller coasters. You have, one's you're focused on the track, and then the other one you're just constantly spinning while you're doing it. So, I mean, it just depends. I like both for individual
I can
reasons.
agree with that. The conversation I've had before was that Tron's the best coaster in Magic Kingdom, but it's not the best coaster on Disney property. Because then you have, Rock and Roller Coaster is a lot better. Guardians is a lot better. I would even say Everest is better. But for the length of time it took them to build Tron, and it's just a black box, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why'd you take so long to build something so short? So favorite restaurants?
Flying Fish. I love Flying Fish, the boardwalk. Absolutely, hands down, favorite meal. They just have great wine selection. It's upscale. It's a signature dining restaurant. I just
figuring you were going to say they have great fish.
They do, but their wine is superb along with their cocktails.
I'll keep that one in mind for myself, even though we stayed there for 4th of July and didn't eat there. All right, Terri.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, I like different reasons. Like I like Ohana at night, but I think I just like that at night for the vibes and the atmosphere. The food is good, but I've had better at other places. So I guess that's always a good family. Like my sister's family goes with us. That's kind of one place that we all meet while we're there to have a big family dinner, and it's served family style. And it's hard to beat cheeky drinks and Hawaiian vibes and just that tropical, because you kind of for a minute feel like you're not really in Disney World anymore because it's off the park property and the smells and the atmosphere. You almost feel like you're a little bit, not really, but you're a little bit like on a tropical vacation and not, huffing it the 20,000 steps in the park previously the day before. So I think I like that
Disney,
because
yeah,
it's a breakup from the norm.
yeah, theming is on point for the Polynesian.
And it just smells so good in there.
After COVID, just isn't the same. We used to look
It's not.
forward to it every
I
time we
still
go,
love
and
it.
it's like there's been just a small disappointment in something every time we've been. But yeah, we still have to go. It's not a, if we get it, we will go there. We try to get it, but now we're at the point of if we don't, it's just
My favorite is actually Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium on City Walk.
no.
No. Just it was so fun. We had such a good time when we went, and we actually happened to be there on National Chocolate Day.
That might
So
have
it
been
made it
good.
even better.
I'll go there for the desserts.
Yeah, the food I had was so good too. I don't know. I just
They
really
had good,
enjoyed it.
they had good cocktails too.
Yeah,
The only
strong.
Yeah, the only thing I have against twosomes is that they cannot accommodate a peanut allergy very well.
Oh, okay.
So my son has a peanut allergy, and we're restricted to what he can eat and where he can eat. And twosomes is one of those things where he would be left out because he
Oh.
cannot have any of the desserts.
Mm.
So that's just a place that we visited once, and we will not visit again, at least, when I'm with him,
Yeah.
because he gets left out.
Well, and that's the good thing about Disney is they're so good about the allergies.
Yeah. They'll bring
Oh,
him a
that's
Mickey
awesome.
bar at any restaurant for the most part. So,
Well, my
yeah.
favorite is Vivo. That's where I usually have to. Well, I do have to make a point to go there when I'm at Universal. It's just amazing Italian food.
It was really
Yeah.
good when we were there in
We
April.
were there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
tables of 20 we had in the back.
Yep. It was so good. I mean, what I
It was
got, I don't
good.
remember what I
Chicken
got,
parm.
but it was delicious.
Always get chicken parm there.
That was a fun
But
meal.
Yeah.
house-made noodles, can't go wrong with it. So, and I think Universal, pretty much City Walk, has the better restaurants when it comes to just uniqueness and then easy to get into.
Absolutely. I just think that the making any dining reservations in the Universal is
Yeah, I
just
don't have to think about it too much
easier.
ahead. Just walk up and be like, okay, I want to eat here, and
No.
maybe wait 30 minutes, and there I am. All right, favorite snack.
I'm gonna go with a churro. Standard churro from Disney.
Standard. None of this flavored
Simple.
stuff.
No, just simple.
I'm not a churro fan.
Walking down Main Street with a Starbucks drink in my hand.
Yeah, I can't do it.
To say this is real basic and I hate it, but popcorn. I mean, we buy one popcorn bucket while we're there and we pass it off to someone, but on our way out the last day. And it's not sticky, it's not messy. I love the Mickey pretzels. The cheese I used to like, but now that I don't like the cheese, I don't like those as much.
I feel like the cheese has changed.
It has. It's completely different. And so, but like I said, the popcorn, it's a snack. If I get ice cream, it's drippy, it's sticky. Sometimes it's good, but the popcorn's a good snack without being a meal snack. And I can just keep on rolling and keep on with our
I'm not
day.
a popcorn fan either. I mean, I'll eat it, and I like the smell of it. I like walking into the parks and smelling it right when you walk in. But
No, I
So
don't.
you don't have any of the popcorn buckets?
oh, we have a bunch of popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
Bethany loves popcorn.
Do you have Figment?
No,
I have 2 of the Figment ones, and that was fun getting on the plane with them around my neck.
That's why we
Should've
only
sold
have
them.
one. We got one home in the suitcase, and I said we will never do this again. It's like we'll just pass it off to another kid and let them enjoy it for their week there.
When you have 2 kids and the mum spoils them, they each got their
Well,
own
the
Figment.
Figment's a different one. That's not a normal popcorn bucket. That's
I
special
wanted
one.
the Imagination Pavilion one from this year, but we weren't there for it. So
My favorite snack is Dole Whip, but specifically the coconut pineapple swirl Dole Whip. That's my favorite. I have to have it every time I go.
Once again, I'm not a Dole Whip fan.
Me neither.
It's a really good one.
Beth loves Dole Whip. She has to go get Dole Whip every time.
Oh, good.
So
I get it if
I
we're in
just-
Disney Springs. I'll go to Swirls on the Water and get it there. If we're in Epcot, I'll go over to Refreshment Port and get it there. Like I just try to get it anywhere I can.
My favorite snack, Voodoo Donuts or Mickey Bar. I'm plain and simple. I gotta have Voodoo if I'm at Universal or Mickey Bar when I'm at Disney. So they're both on the same level for me. I've got to have them. So when I go to HHN at the end of the month, I'll pop over to Voodoo and get 6 days worth of donuts so I can eat them when I'm.
Don't leave
Having
them in your
breakfast.
car.
No. Why would I leave them in
You
my
left
car?
them in the car last night.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you did.
I tried those for the first time in April and they were really good. The
Oh, you
few
went
different
all
ones
of
I
us?
sampled. Yeah, when they brought it
When
out and
Jerry
we were
brought 'em
just
down?
trying the different ones. Yep.
Or when
was
we
so
took the
good.
pool bar at Cabana Bay and we all had our Voodoo Donuts
Uh-huh.
boxes on the pool bar.
Yes. So many donuts.
That was a lot of donuts.
It was a
We
lot.
should have just bought they have a big coffin
We
and it's like
sh-
$200.
we should
We should have just done
We
that.
probably spent that amongst all of us anyway
Yeah.
on the donuts. We should have just
Next
done
year,
the
that's what
coffin.
we do.
Done.
We just buy the coffin. Just say, here it is.
Done.
Everybody
Everyone
has one.
Venmo each other, or
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
everyone pay cash, and we'll all do it. Perfect.
Yeah. We'll go back to the Cabana Bay pool bar, shove the coffin on the bar itself.
And just eat
Well,
donuts.
With all of
Yeah,
our
there's like 100 and
would
something
say-
donuts in that thing.
It's a fun
100
night.
donuts.
Yeah, it's something like that. I know it's 100 something dollars, so it's probably more like 60 donuts, but
I mean, but if you
Yeah.
split
there's
that
enough for all
between
of
like
us.
20 people, then that's nothing. It's probably
Yeah, you're paying
cheaper
for
than
less
the
than a donut.
individual donuts everybody bought.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
I think I did buy like 2 things of donuts though, because I had a box of donuts and then I bought like a bag with 1 donut or something. Because Taylor was making fun of me for having a bag and everybody else was
Oh
saying
yeah,
that
you
you
needed
could get
what, 3
boxes.
donuts to get a box?
Something like that. Yeah. All right, so favorite characters. I'll just be cliche and say Sorcerer Mickey.
Aww.
Ooh, specific,
Yeah.
Mickey.
Very specific Mickey. All right, Rachel, what's yours?
I'm gonna go with Jasmine. I always was a sucker for Jasmine, and I dressed up as her for Halloween when I was in like first grade. And I was so excited to see her when Akashush opened back up after COVID. So I'm gonna go Jasmine.
It's a great choice. She's in my top 5.
I also dressed up like her in first grade, so good job.
I also dressed up as Jasmine.
Let's see it. See the photo.
I don't have those readily available.
I'd say my favorite is Minnie Mouse. I'm just going to go basic because when I was 1, I got a stuffed Minnie Mouse and I still have her and she's 34 years old. So I still have this stuffed Minnie Mouse and have always just been obsessed with Minnie Mouse my whole life. When the first time my parents took us to Disney, I was convinced Minnie Mouse followed me from park to park just to see me, is what I told my
Aw.
mom.
Oh,
That's cute.
that's sweet.
And that's exactly what they want you to believe.
Yeah,
too.
and when I was 5, I 100% believed that.
They still follow me.
Yeah.
Like Mickey just changes outfits every time I go
Yeah.
see him. It's crazy.
Yep. He's there just for
Even
us.
if I'm walking out of the meet and greet, he was just in a tuxedo, and then Festival of Fantasy's going on, and he's in that circus outfit. I'm like, how did you change?
There's
fast?
only one.
There's only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one.
Theme park hot take. Myka, you go first on this one.
Okay. I really don't love Rise of the Resistance. I think it's kind of overhyped for a ride. Like it's fun, but I think there's so many better rides and things to do. That might be because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but like I enjoy it. But I also I feel like Millennium Falcon's almost just as fun because you get to do things in that ride.
I could agree with you, but I would say the whole Galaxy's Edge is overhyped.
I could agree with that as well. Like I mean,
As a Star Wars fan, I think Star Tours just does enough for Millennium Falcon. and you get more out of it than you do a Millennium Falcon because you get more rides.
Right, the different options that you can have going in
Mhm.
there, where it's just random.
Yeah, they put themselves in such a hole when they built Galaxy's Edge that it's just it's time locked and it's hard to put anything else in there.
Mm.
So yeah, I can agree with that.
Prefer extra hours at night instead of early hours or rope drop. But
I don't think that's a hot take.
I'm just not a morning person, and everyone I know loves rope drop, and I do not want to be up, or I want to sleep and then go out at night. And I think the theme parks are prettier at night as well. So I would prefer extra hours at night as to extra hours in the morning.
Yeah, when they're doing extra hours at night, that's no brainer. I don't know why they would take that away.
Yeah.
But now you have to be a deluxe.
And I don't do
an hour.
rides either. So I think some people that do, that's why they prefer the rope drop to get out there, get early. So maybe that's also why it doesn't appeal to me as much.
I'm gonna go with Jungle Cruise.
I almost said Jungle Cruise. Too.
I think it really depends on who your guide is. The skipper, my bad, skipper. And just how they do the punchlines. But I mean, it's just like, it's nostalgia, but like, I could take it or leave it. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's not like I
worth
have
the lines.
No. I mean, if I can do like a walk on or, get a lightning lane for it, but it's not like a must do for me.
I hate Small World. That's like my
Oh, I hate Small World too.
I can't. I don't know. I don't think that's like a hot take, but
my husband hates clowns, and he hates that ride because there's clowns in that one room.
Yeah,
like they're hanging from the ceiling.
I love the Sherman Brothers. Oh yeah, the Sherman Brothers are great. Like being the mastermind musicians they are, but that song is absolutely horrible, and I don't want to be listening to it for 5 minutes, nonetheless 15 minutes,
on
or
repeat.
when you're stuck 2 hours.
But I do like the one in Disneyland because it has all those characters in there. I thought that was really neat. I wish they would do that at World.
I will get on Disneyland's before I'll get on Disney World's just because of the history with Disneyland's. That one being that it's from the 64 World's Fair and all that jazz. Like that's actually theme park history. But I still don't like the ride. So
fair.
I mean, like I said, I don't think that's a hot take so much, but
some people that's their favorite ride and they have to go on it every single time they go.
Oh, I live with one of those people.
You and your wife are so opposite.
I very much I have a picture of us where she is wearing a Small World spirit jersey, Small World leggings with her Small World purse, Small World ears. I mean, she's Small World out.
I love it.
So yeah. We are completely opposite when it comes to that one. Number one place you want to visit, not that you have visited.
This is just recent for me, but I would love to go to Australia. I just need like a couple weeks to go. I hate going like across the pond and then like only being there for a short amount of time. I feel like 10 to 14 days is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Especially it takes like 24 hours to get there.
Do you have a certain part of Australia you're wanting to go to?
No. I think I would want to tour around. My neighbor like rented a car and like she went all around and did different parts. I think I would do something like that.
All right, Terri, where's the destination you'd like to go?
Italy for wine and food and history and just pretty things to look at, just that there's a long list, but that's the first place if I got a chance right now to go on vacation that I would sign up, no questions asked.
There's Adventures by Disney and National Geographic expeditions.
Check it out.
I know a travel agent.
No guy.
Especially for that one. Myka.
My number one place I want to visit is New Zealand, mainly because my first like nerdy obsession was Lord of the Rings. And New Zealand's beautiful, but I would love to go. I also know some people from New Zealand and they go every single year. And the year I got pregnant with my son, they actually invited me to go, but I had to cancel because I was pregnant with him and I was going to have him that year. And they actually have
You could have had him in a Hobbit house.
Well, I mean, he would have been 2 months old, so I couldn't have
Wow.
went without him. And he was too young to really go that far. But they
Yeah.
have family who have a house on the lake where they filmed all those scenes from Rohan when they're going around. Like they're literally on that lake. And I was just like, I want to go and I want to see that. Like if tomorrow someone's like, do you want to go to New Zealand? I'd be like, yes, we're going. I'll drop
So have
everything
y'all
to go.
destination I want to go to Tennessee. I've never been to Tennessee. Really.
No, I was like,
Um,
Tennessee with Dollywood? Are you want to go to
Hey.
Pigeon Forge?
Nashville, Memphis.
Y'all are all saying exotic things, and I figured I'll just throw a state out. We want
Arkansas.
to go to Japan. Yeah. Japan. We want to do the whole Tokyo Disney and Universal and all that jazz over there. Bethany loves anime, so I don't care for that stuff, but I figure that'd be pretty cool. Once Travis gets old enough, we're eventually going to do all the castle parks around the world, so he has those memories.
Oh,
That's
that's so fun.
That's a bucket
Yeah.
list thing. I wanna be able to go do all the parks.
I would love to afford that Adventures by Disney that can take you to all of them in like 2 weeks, but I don't have a spare.
What is it,
150K?
Yeah, it's really, really expensive.
It's an investment.
I think that the travel agency should put us all four on one, and we can get the
I'll
experience.
get right on that.
Yep.
And podcast from each castle.
Yeah, there we go. We could sell it. We really could sell
Yeah,
it.
I
We
got an
know
extra
exactly how.
400 laying around. You got it.
All right. Well, you can stay at home, Rachel. The three of us.
Sure. Here's an extra 300 grand I have for you.
So, last one, favorite vacation or destination you've been to?
Italy. I know, like Terry's like, oh, absolutely love Florence. Just the food. I really enjoy Venice. I just love just the canals and the water and just the history behind Venice. But I've been to Italy twice and I would absolutely go again.
Myka.
My favorite would actually be Oahu, Hawaii. We went last year and we were there for 2 weeks. And while we were there, we got to stay at Disney's Alani for a night. So it was just gorgeous, just the island itself and just driving around. And we really didn't have an itinerary. We just drove around and experienced stuff and like the people we met and everything. Like it was just, I don't know, it was beautiful and we just enjoyed every minute of being there. It's expensive, but we loved it.
All right, Terry.
My favorite vacation trip that I've had is we went to St. Lucia on our honeymoon. And I've been to Puerto Rico and the Bahamas, and I love beachy places, obviously. And that's the only place I felt like that we weren't like still in the US. I mean, the beaches were beautiful, the landscapes were beautiful, the water, just we rode the horses on the beach and did the whole nine. Food was great. It was not party atmosphere like a lot of, Caribbean's like relaxing, but there's still a lot of like drinking and party bar, all that stuff. You actually just felt like you're taken away. Like we did the spa every day, got massages, and maybe that's why I liked it because we just laid on the beach and yeah, it was actually a relaxing vacation, but really don't happen that often. So that's my favorite. What's yours?
I am very uncultured because I have not been much anywhere. If it's usually where we have to drive. I love going to California is what mine's been recently, is just going out there and I stick around LA and Anaheim, do the Disneyland Universal stuff. But that's also my passion outside of Disney is movies. So like just being in that area, it's always relaxing to me, and I don't have to plan anything because all those parks out there are very, just laid back. I don't have to do a lightning lane 7 days in advance now. I just walk in the park and get what I want. There's not much Universal Studios Hollywood, so it's just fun being able to go to the studio lots and tour those histories and all that stuff. So yeah. Eventually, like I said, we're going to Alaska, so maybe that will be a favorite vacation destination. But I've only done 2 cruises and they were to the Bahamas, so I was just like, eh. All right, I'm going to now pass it over to Rachel and let her tell us a little bit about our travel agency and the history that we have there. So Rachel.
So, uh, Denise Hafto, my mom, started Magical Travel back in 2001. She started it in the dining room of our old house that we had, and it was one computer and a piano. That's the piano and the bench was where she had all of her docs at. So she had client docs, final docs, Disney information, anything like that was her filing cabinet was the piano bench. So she did work for a travel agency before that, that focused mainly on European travel, but she really wanted to do Disney. My dad took her and us to Disney one year for the first time. I was in first grade, and he got a bonus, and he took us to Disney, and ever since then, she fell in love with it. So she went on her own in 2001, started Magical Travel, and then it just slowly grew from there. And in 2012, she opened her first brick and mortar in Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. And she had that for 7 years. And there was multiple office staff that was employed helping out. And then in 2019, she moved to a larger location in Havertown, Pennsylvania. We had that for a little over a year until COVID happened. And unfortunately, we had to close the storefront, but everything, just carried on, and we got through the thick of COVID and with closures and whatnot, and we persevered. And now everyone is fully remote. We have 6 office staff, including myself, and we now have over 100 agents, just I think 103 at this point. So it's taken 23 years to get to that many agents. We like to keep it, on the smaller side. I like to know every agent personally. I think it's nice that we have a really good family, close-knit type of agency with all of our agents. We just always want to help each other out, and I think that's great. But Disney and Universal is always our bread and butter, and that's what we focused on. But recently, we've been dipping into more of other cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Sandals and Beaches, some other all-inclusive resorts. So we're trying to be more of a one-stop shop for travel and not necessarily just Universal and Disney.
I'll reiterate it. We feel like family. The 2 trainings I've been to has just been great, sitting around fire pits and bars and whatnot, just talking and laughing, even in the not so best of circumstances. We all shared smiles and good times.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the training in April was just, people I'm still texting and talking to. And it just, even though like being there by myself and not really knowing anybody, I didn't feel alone or by myself. There was always someone there to talk to. And all of us are so like-minded in that way too, to be able to just sit and talk and have people sit there. Like it was just sitting there at dinner that first night. I was just like, I've never met these people, but we sat there and had conversation the whole time. Like it was just so nice.
and the good thing is, like, we can all, like, one of my specialties is HHN, Halloween Horror Nights. So in the past couple of weeks, I've had 2 of our agents just contact me asking, questions, because it's not something they do, and we're all willing to work together and help each other out. So while it's not a competition for us, it's we're all in this for each other. We want to see everybody succeed. So
Yeah.
we just love helping each other out. And I'll stop whatever I'm doing if anybody called me and said, "Hey, I need questions asked about Universal or HHN."
Yeah, I think, everyone's from different parts of the country, and I love hearing everyone's stories. And, everyone has different backgrounds and different, full-time jobs if this isn't their main job. I just love getting to know everyone individually. Everyone brings something special to the table.
So Jason, do you like Universal more than Disney? Like if you were doing park to park?
So that's a tricky question. Back when I started, Disney was my love. I still love Disney. Don't get me wrong. I still plan family vacation for Disney. But since Comcast really took over running Universal and giving the money to the parks the way they need to be, and how Universal knows they have to compete with Disney, whether they're on the same level of clientele or not, Universal's taking that money and try to make it what it is. So since pre-COVID, I mean, you've had one ride every year opening. It was a major attraction. And then going to HHN and seeing what the money they throw into this adult themed um, nighttime horror, it's great. Like, it's just like Disney's never going to do something like this.
Yeah.
And they're going the extra mile to do something. So all that just slowly swayed me. And then seeing the dedication they have in the hotels, their hotels are all nice. Some need some help. Comet Bay really still needs some love. I don't think it's gotten a refresh since it opened, but everything's so close, it's walkable. I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
take a bus if you don't want to. You don't have to take the boat if you don't want to. You can walk and be in the park within 15 minutes. So I think Universal over the past 3 or 4 years has really swayed me. And I think with this new park coming up with Epic Universe opening, it's really going to just push the boundaries. I don't think Disney has to answer it in a new theme park way. I think Disney has to answer this in just what Universal has been doing over the past few years of building new attractions, new lands on existing parks. But Universal said, hey, we're going to throw a new theme park at you.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, going to push the envelope a little bit more for me, just to see what they have and what they're willing to do. So on that, let's talk about Epic Universe.
Great segue.
Good job.
I know, right?
Love it.
Perfect setup.
Yep.
So Epic it's Universal Resort, and it's going to be their fourth gate, because Universal does consider their water park as a theme park. So they consider that 3 parks right now on property, Epic being the fourth. So in their terms, they are now on competition with Universal. In my head, or with Disney. In my head, there's still 1 park behind because Disney has 2 water parks. They have 1, and they have the 4 dry parks. It's about 5 miles away, isn't?
Yeah, like 15 minutes.
Yeah, they're going to have a dedicated bus line to it. It's over on the old property that Universal actually sold off years ago, by the Orange County Convention Center. They were building three hotels and then this theme park, which the theme park will have 4 lands, major lands, and then the hub, which is called Celestial Park. And Terri, why don't you talk about Celestial Park for us?
Like Jason just said, it's a hub that I'm assuming you'll walk into. And from all the renderings and everything, and you guys feel free to jump in anytime. I think it looks, and I was trying to write it down earlier to find a word it's celestial is kind of the only word I can, because it's not like otherworldly, but it's big and it's grand, like it's kind of grandiose. And but anyway, so you'll have your 4 portals in there to your other lands, but Celestial Park is going to have the Stardust Racers. Like I said, if I say something wrong, please correct me. But it's going to be like a dual racing roller coaster, correct? And it's going to have like inversions and crisscross where you kind of race with the roller coaster next to you. And it's going to spin. It's going to have like lights and ethereal music. So I guess in my head, I'm picturing like you're just kind of like flying through space and you're whipping in and out of stuff, but it's not spacey. Like it's not like cartoonishly spacey. Like you almost feel like it's heavenly, I guess is another term you could kind of, when they throw out words like ethereal, and all the renderings of the buildings and the lushness of the greens and everything, the gold and just all the design, I feel like it's very high end, it feels like to me. So then you go to like they'll have a carousel there, but it's not your normal like happy horse, like ride on carousel. And there it's bears and lions, and then you're gonna have like imaginative also like dragons and things. And they're gonna go up to, I think it like said 6 feet in the air and come back down. So it's also not gonna be like your normal kiddie carousel that just kind of bops up and down. And again, they talk about like the lights and everything with that. So like I said, with this one, I just feel like it's going to be more of a beautiful, I can't think of the words, but then when I talk about the dining, it's it's Victorian aquarium, I think is the word they used when they described it, but it's glass and they have talked about having starfish above you and luminescent fish swimming around you, and that's going to be like a nicer sit down, finer dining kind of place. And it has a bar attached to it that it's nice seafood, steaks. Your bar is going to have great cocktails, like signature cocktails. And then the other restaurant that they mentioned is the Blue Dragon Bar, and I think that's a little more casual. I don't know, casual as in like the food, but casual as in it's not as frou-frou, I guess is the term, because it's going the Pan-Asian food with Japanese, Thai, Chinese, and it's like the dragons, I think, are neon. So it's kind of reminding like when you said of Japan, which is really funny because I feel like everyone and their mother is either going to Japan or planning a trip to Japan now. It's the hot spot to be. But I picture like they talk about the big crosswalk in Japan where like it's like the busiest cross in the world where and that's like, so when I pictured this restaurant, that's what I picture at night. It's like all the lights, real modern, real pretty, just well done lighting. And that has a tiger bar, I think is the name of it, that goes with it. And I think that's going to be really good because I think one thing, good Asian food is hard to find sometimes in theme parks. Like it's easy sometimes. You can always find your chicken tenders, pizza, steak, that kind of thing. But I think when you get outside of the basic American realm of food, that it's nice to have something that's a good variation of that. Because I will tell you, I do get tired of eating chicken tenders and pizza a lot of the time. It's good the first couple of times, don't get me wrong. But I think we were talking about earlier, I think it's an elevated more, and I don't want to use the term adult, but like you feel like you go in there and you drink a nice glass of wine or you drink a nice cocktail. And I think the Dragon Bar, it's a bit more courtyard feel. So it's just, I feel like it's going to take you maybe out of the theme park element as much as it can within being in the confines of a theme park. But I think you won't feel like you're like fighting for a seat at a quick service place and you're horking down a Coke and trying to get to the next place because your fast pass starts in like 15 minutes, so you got to run a half a mile to it. So I think that's going to be real nice. And then they have one shopping center in there, and it's if I remember correctly, it's like a Super Nintendo shopping center, and they said it's going to focus on that, but it will have other stuff, I think, from the other realms and Celestial in there. But it'll be a good starting point because besides Harry Potter, I think Super Nintendo is probably the most well-known world of the other four realms that they're bringing in because Nintendo's just one of those things that's been around for so long, and every generation. I had literally the first iteration of the Nintendo, the gray box with the cartridge you had to blow into and all that. And, we still now, my husband, obviously, he's a boy, so he went through all of the video game systems, but now my kid has the Switch and we have Mario Kart races with the Switch. So it's kind of a timeless. Mario's hard to beat as far as video games. You try to put me on Fortnite or Minecraft, I've got no idea. I can't play first person POV games. I can't do any of that stuff, but put a Mario, Kart wheel in my hand and anyone can do that. So I think starting with that as your main focus of the shopping in the first place, I think that's a good place to start.
When they introduced it, that first video, the president of the company was just like, we're going to bring the park back to theme park. So when y'all were talking about Magic Kingdom earlier and how y'all can just go into the park and not ride anything and just walk around and enjoy everything. That's what I get from this.
Good.
Like you're in the shadows of the Grand Helios. You've got all these water features that's going on, all this greenery. To your point, go to the Tiger Bar, grab a drink. They're probably gonna have like 15 bars in this little area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's universal. So just walk around with a drink in hand and just enjoy yourself. And do you have to go into one of the lands? I don't think so, but I think this is perfect. This is exactly what they need. They don't have this in any other of the parks where you can just go sit and relax.
I am looking forward to having a universal park that is more like Disney, where you can leisurely stroll and just enjoy the atmosphere and the food and not feel the need to go on a ride or see a show. Because currently I don't feel that way when I'm in the other two dry parks there. So I am looking forward to seeing, the atmosphere of this park and being able to relax.
I just hope
Yeah,
it's
this
as
is
beautiful as the renderings are showing it to be.
Yes.
Like it just looks gorgeous. So I just hope it's that pretty in person.
It
and
feels
I think
fully immersive when you look at the renderings. Like you just kind of feel like you're taken out of Orlando and you're plopped in this otherworldly kind of place.
especially if you're sitting there looking at these portals, they have the huge steeples on them to say this is where you're going. But if they can kind of hide them enough where you don't feel like they're so invasive to the land, that it's great. I mean,
But you actually feel
the
like
thing
you're
I can
going through a portal.
right. You think of like Tomorrowland or Frontierland, Adventureland, those type places. You see where you're going, you see
Right.
exactly what it is, and it's right there on the hub. But I want this to be able to just casually go in and out. I should also note that this will bring fireworks to the Universal Park in a proper way. As of us recording, they were testing fireworks last week, I think. So Super Nintendo World, that's going to be the first portal on your left when you come into the park. I have actually been to Hollywood and done Super Nintendo World, so I'm pretty excited for this, but I'm also not so excited since I've done some of this. The A lot of it also is repeats from what Tokyo's has gotten or will be getting. The Mario Bowser's Challenge is the Mario Kart ride, which is what California does have. We went on it once we were out there. It was fun, but it broke down a couple times for us. It will have a line. Um, it will keep it like I think it was 60 minutes, 70 minutes when we did it. We're glad that when we're going in December that it's going to have Express Pass on it, so we can skip that line. But if you have the time, I would wait. It's fun. It's AR, so you get this little Mario hat type thing and some glasses, and you put on and everything. There's screens, and then you're shooting like the shells and whatnot with the gun that's attached to the car, boosting and all that. So it's multiple elements. It's really cool. I don't know how it works, but it's fun. They're going to have a smaller Yoshi ride, kind of like a People Mover ride, like we were talking about earlier, where you just kind of slowly go through, and it's for the little kids. They can push buttons for different Yoshis and different little trinkets that are in there. It looks cute. It looks fun. Looks relaxing. It's going to be hot, just because of how slow it's going to be. And then the one thing that we're getting that Tokyo's supposed to already get is the Donkey Kong expansion. So this is the roller coaster. This is something that you're going to see in a lot of the lands. There's a roller coaster element in most lands besides for like Harry Potter, and even Harry Potter has that dark, exciting ride. But the minecart, did you play Donkey Kong growing up? Like, did any of y'all play that ride? That game?
Favorite video game was Donkey Kong.
I always remembered playing it and being like, this is a coaster. It would be fun to be on. Like just jumping over and switching tracks, and it's like this would be awesome. So them bringing this in, the minecart, yeah, somehow Universal has figured out that how to make it look like they're doing this. I mean, if you watch the videos, you see how it's worked, and I don't want to ruin that. But this is going to be a really, really cool ride. I think it's going to be fun for us. And just kind of on the level of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
just the fact that it's going to look like you're jumping the track. So it's just like that just looks so exciting.
The other thing I like is that it looks 2D. So when you look at the coaster, if from what I've seen, it looks like everything's two-dimensional. So you're playing the video game and everything's jumping over and switching tracks and whatnot. So I think that's going to be the little cool part, is just coming into the land and it looks like the video game.
Yeah.
Toadstool Cafe is going to be the restaurant. They have that in all the other Super Nintendo worlds. I've never eaten here. It was hard to get into. But I hear it's a lot of mushrooms type stuff. Um, so overall, though, I think this is going to be great. I think the fun thing about the land is going to be that um, coming into the portal is the pipe. It's the green pipes we all know. So
Yeah.
you hear the sound that going in the pipe. It comes out as the N64. You hear that soundtrack of the Peach's Castle, and you see the portraits from that game and everything. So it's two levels. It's going to be great. From what I saw in Hollywood, I love it. The Hollywood one is so small and so cramped, so I'm really excited to see what Universal does in Orlando, especially with the mini games that they have around the land, because you can buy a a power up band is what they call it. It kind of looks like a magic band, and you can go around and hit blocks, and they make the little bling sound, and like you're getting coins, and you can fight all the little Boombas and whatnot. So that's gonna be fun. It just adds that what Universal did with Harry Potter with the wands just adds a little bit more to your experience while you're in the land and puts you in the land while giving them more money. But it it builds up over time, so you can sit there and have multiple coins.
I think that's fun.
Yeah,
It's very interactive for kids too.
yeah, you and watch the if you've ever watched any of the videos or seen any of it, it's cool just to see the liveliness of this land because everything's moving. It's bright, it's colorful. They're gonna have to paint this every other year just to keep it the way it is. But I'm excited for it. It's probably it's my second favorite land that's been announced, to be honest. But we'll talk about my first one later. So let's talk about How to Train Your Dragons, something I have no earthly idea about.
Well, I'm very excited for How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. It looks so fun. It kind of looks like one of the larger lands when you look at like the map and what's going to happen with the amount of stuff. Um, they're going to have three different rides in the land. The first one is Hiccup's Wing Gliders, and it's a coaster. It has like a 40-inch height requirement. So kind of that, I don't know, what we learned with Universal was what's the best time to take someone to Universal? 40 inches enough is kind of what they said because most of their stuff stays in that area. It looks like a really fun roller coaster, like where it's going back and forth. It doesn't look too terribly intense. So definitely some of the smaller kids in that 40-inch, it doesn't look too scary. Looks really fun. Like I said, I'm really excited for anything in that How to Train Your Dragon area. And then they also have the Dragon Racers Rally, which has a higher height requirement of 48 inches. So it must be a lot more intense than what this roller coaster is. Looking at the pictures of it, it definitely looks like something that is almost on a swivel type thing where you go upside down. It looks definitely more intense in that way, almost like I don't want to say fair ride, but kind of along those same lines of something like that. I was actually watching something the other day and a ride came up and I go, I bet that's what the Dragon Racers Rally is going to be, is something similar to that. And then they have one in this land that has no height requirement. So our first one on the list that doesn't have a height requirement is called Fire Drill. And it's one where you'll be in boats and you'll have targets that you're going to shoot at along with the other people in the boats. So you'll be getting to shoot water at the other people in the boat. So it's a water ride, but it's also one that any age can ride. I think that's the one downside I've seen to Epic Universe is there's not a ton of family, like little kid stuff, which is why I think like the Super Nintendo World's gonna be good if it's so interactive because there's not as many things for smaller kids to do other than in Celestial Park there's the carousel. So that doesn't have a height requirement, but Fire Drill looks fun. I mean, especially if it's hot and you want to shoot other people with water, that looks very fun. And then the other thing, huh?
You can count me out of that ride. I don't like
It
getting
looks
wet.
fun to do it once.
Yeah, at least one time. And maybe you get somebody in the other boat that doesn't want to spray you with water as much.
If we can do a team building on that ride, put all the office employees on one boat and everybody else on another boat. That would be
It implies that you don't like us and you want to spray us with
I'm
water.
not saying that. I'm just saying it'd be fun. It'd be like an incentive. It's like, hey, y'all make to this point and we'll all get on this boat and y'all get on that boat.
And then we just spray each other with water. I mean, it could be so fun. I think it could really be fun. I think kids will love it to get to spray other people with water. Yeah. They'll be loving that. The other thing is a Viking training camp, which looks like a huge playground. So like think like Boneyard, I would think like Animal Kingdom, but bigger and with more for the kids to do in that area. It looks huge. It's saying it has like a full agility course. It has drums, which at Animal Kingdom, my son loves to play with the drums in Animal Kingdom. So I just feel
Yeah.
like kids love to hit things, spray people with water, hit things. They will have a blast. So that's the 4 attractions in the land. They are going to have a show called The Untrainable Dragon, and I think, doesn't one of the other parks have this? And I've seen like the videos where Hiccup's riding Toothless around like from the ceiling, and it just looks so cool, like just such a fun show that the kids will really enjoy. Um, and then the dining, they have Mead Hall, which is just going to be like a quick service place. So there's not going to be a full service restaurant in there. But that quick service restaurant that's just going to have, I think, just probably normal. It looks like meat, fish, sandwiches, desserts, things like that. And then around the land, you'll be able to meet Toothless and Hiccup, and then also just other characters from the movie, like Astrid and the cousins. I can't ever, or not the cousins, the twins. I can't ever remember their names, like Lugnut and something else. I can't remember their names, but you'll get to meet other characters that are roaming around and doing stuff. So I think that'll be really fun.
I'm excited for that land.
I think it's gonna be fun. I don't know, like I've never watched the
Yeah.
movies, so I'm gonna watch those before next year.
There's 3. So
Yeah, and then this TV show too on Netflix.
yeah, we've seen it all because my son was obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon for the longest time. So we've seen all of it, and it's really fun. And they're making a live action version of it right now.
Of course they are. It's got to take the
Yeah.
Disney out.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
do think you hit something on the head though. If you notice, like both the first 2
I'll say
lands
that.
are very family friendly.
Mhm.
So like there's when we go to the back 2 lands, there's not that family friendly, they're not like a family ride in Dark Universe
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Not saying there's not stuff for families to do, but these 2 lands bring in the families, they get to do that stuff, and then the older crowd can go into the back and do that.
Because these are the first 2 you go into. Because
Right.
Super Mario or Super Nintendo is going to be on the left, and this one's on the right as you walk in.
Rachel's going to talk to us about the Dark Universe.
So Dark Universe is in the back left of the park. It seems to be one of the smaller ones there, but it's going to have 2 main attractions. There is the Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. That it's 48 inches, so we're on to the larger kids size now. That is a motion simulator, so take your Dramamine. But we have Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, and she's doing her work. And then there's going to be a revolt that happens with Dracula. So that should be fun. And then the second attraction is the Curse of the Werewolf. That is a coaster, and that's 40 inches tall for that one. But that one's just really fun because you're going to be trying to escape a pack of werewolves. And it is just going to be looks like fun with the deep woods atmosphere that they have.
Let me jump in right quick because this coaster is going to be awesome. My favorite, like I said earlier, my favorite coaster is Time Traveler at Branson at Silver Dollar City. It's a free spinning roller coaster. So when this coaster starts going, you're going to start spinning. So, and you won't stop until you get.
Like it's not controlled like Cosmic
No, it
Rewind.
is not a controlled spin. It is just you spin.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
it still
pass
does
on
the
that
roller
one.
coaster
It's
stuff
gonna be
while
great.
you're spinning.
And it's a multiple launch.
So all of it.
Yep. You're not
I'm
going to go
passing.
upside down or anything like that. It's just going to be like big dives and stuff from what I've seen.
So
Teacups
it's
with
like
drops.
teacups, but on a
Mm.
coaster.
Yes.
Ooh.
Teacups with drops and steep turns.
I'll ride it
So-
with you, Jason.
Yeah, it's awesome. Y'all have to do it once. I mean, it's gonna be a good coaster. It's supposed to be short. Can't remember what everybody was saying it is, but it looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be a blast. So I'm
I
looking
mean, I
forward
guess
to it.
like at 40 inches though, it can't be too intense.
No, it's outside.
Right, but I'm just saying, it can't be
Yeah, it's not
too
in a tent.
intense if
It's
yeah.
outside.
No, intense. See what you did there? I see what
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
I'm also
Intense.
assuming this land is going to be very dark since it's the dark universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the name implies that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they said like with the beacon of this one, it's gonna be lightning and stuff that runs through it, and that lightning controls the monsters and closures that's in Monsters Unchained. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, HHN fan, so they've been hyping the monsters for a long time. This year we're getting a female-led monsters house, so this is going to be a really cool thing for me to experience.
I love it.
What about dining?
So there's two quick services. There's Das Steakhouse, and then there's the Burning Blade Tavern. Both it's going to be vampires and servants and just the hangouts of where the Darkmoor villagers, monsters, the monster hunters like to hang out. So I think it'll be good to just see, with Das Steakhouse, you get to do like the old ruins in the catacombs. I think that atmosphere is going to be really cool. And then just like a little hangout at the tavern. I think that'll be fun. And I like the menu looks good.
I like the windmill
Burgers,
being on
wings.
fire.
What?
The windmill being on fire throughout the night.
I did see that. I wonder,
That's gonna be
do you
fun.
think it's going to be like legit flames, or do you think it's going to be like,
That's got to be pretty close to it. It's probably gonna be fake during the day because they said it's gonna be burning during the day and at night, but you can see it both times. But I don't know.
so
I'm
like
just
animated or real?
So just have like gas
Real. You think
burning
it's
all
real.
the time with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, once it,
Is the windmill going to be spinning? Like I'm just,
yes, it's
and
a
like
slow spin.
okay. So it's gotta probably be like Diagon Alley where they have to do it with
Yeah, it's not
like
not
the
over
weather
time.
conditions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not like, hey, the dragon's breathing fire the entire day. It's every 15 so minutes, so the it's gonna light on fire every so often.
Right. Yeah. No, I just think the atmosphere of every one of these lands is going to be fantastic.
I'm interested to see
I
this
think
so
during
immersive.
the day. Because in my brain, I can totally picture it at night, with the monsters and everything, because it's kind of like spooky, ooky, haunted house kind of stuff. So the day I'm interested in seeing, because I'm like you said, I'm sure it's fully immersive and you'll feel like you're in like an old timey village.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I really think this one's gonna be
Mhm.
more of a nighttime land. Like you want to be in here to get the full experience at night, not during the day. And I think that's gonna be the problem is that everybody's gonna want to do it when it's at night when it first opens, and it's gonna be long lines.
Yeah, and then I think there's meet and greets there. So you have Frankenstein and they have the Bride of Frankenstein. I just think it'll be fun to have all those different characters that you'd be able to meet and greet with.
But I think the entertainment here is going to be more like a Disneyland feel than anywhere else. I think these guys will be kind of roaming a little bit more than
Yeah.
like because Super Nintendo, you're definitely going to have a spot for those characters to meet and greet, and I would think the same thing for How to Train Your Dragon. And Wizarding World has never had really meet and greets, but the monsters being able to just kind of roam and have fun in the village, that's going to be fun for me.
Well, I think we should do the Darkmoor Monster makeup experience. That it's like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, but
the
like for
opposite.
adults that
If
want
you
to dress up. I love it.
If you put me
Right?
in the Burning Blade for long enough, then maybe you can convince me to do
You could-
that. But I don't know.
You wouldn't want to be
I
a
don't know, it
mummy
just
or a
looks like
werewolf?
fun. Like
It might be
vampire.
better if I covered my face.
You have enough hair to be a werewolf.
All right, let's talk about Wizarding World of Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic and the names that no one can pronounce.
Yeah, right.
Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. So we are going to travel by Metroflux from Paris to the British Ministry of Magic. I can't even talk English words. Where Dolores Umbridge is going to be on trial. So we're kind of moving from the Parisian streets that most of that land is going to be based off of, and we're going to go down Metroflux, and we're going to go to the British Ministry of Magic. The ride looks really fun. It has a height requirement of 40 inches, so not too tall. and it's going to take us through all, like, we're going to be on a lift and we're going to go through all the different like departments and journey deep into the Ministry of Magic. And I'm just really excited because I really enjoy Harry Potter because I'm just a nerd my whole life. So I love these types of things. So I'm very excited for this ride. Are you guys excited for this ride? I know Jason probably.
I am very excited.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be so fun.
I do think before you go further, there's a distinction though, because the land is going to be is based off France. So, that's why we're talking about names and then being hard to say. So the land is based off of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and where in the second movie, right, where he goes into the downtown France.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen those movies as much as the Harry Potter movies.
So it's all supposed to be like full scale everything when you walk through this stuff. It's supposed to be very, very immersive. And then you're taking the flu to the British Ministry of Magic. So that's why you have to take that little flu station to go to Ministry, is because you're not in England, you're in France to begin with. So now here comes the fun stuff of
saying French words. Yeah. Of course, so they have to be very authentic. That's, I know from what we've gotten to see so far, is they are trying to be as authentic as they can with the French part and like the Parisian parts of what it looks like with the streets and the music that they're playing, including the names of all the places that we go. So the first place is a quick service dining location, and that is going to be Cafe L'air de la Serene.
Sound good?
I don't know how terrible that was, but
that was pretty good.
I made it through.
Better than what I could do.
So that one is, again, quick service, and it's going to have butterbeer, of course, because you can't have anything Harry Potter without some butterbeer.
That's
it's
not
also
how
going
they
to have.
Pronounce it. How do they pronounce it?
Right? Yeah, I didn't even try that one. It's English. I'm not going to try and say butterbeer in French.
Yeah, I was just like, just call it butterbeer. We don't need French names for this stuff. Just butterbeer.
Just butterbeer. But they're going to have things like fresh baked goods, sandwiches, desserts, things like that, like very easy, quick service restaurant. They are going to have a show that's going to be more based on that Fantastic Beast part. This one is Le Cirque Acanus, and they're going to have a new Scamander suitcase. So it has been stolen, and they're going to be showing those Fantastic Beasts, and it's from around the globe. It's more like circus-like is what it looks like. And it's going to have like live performers, puppeteering, just really fun special effects. So it just looks like a really fun show. And then they do have just like a normal like shopping area where you can get your wands and like all of your Harry Potter stuff. And that is Cosme Akazor Baguette Mazik is the name of that shop. So you'll be able to just get your normal Harry Potter stuff, your wands, and everything there. So that just, who doesn't love to go in and shop around the Harry Potter stuff, because they have some of the best like souvenirs and just stuff for their land. So I'm excited for this land. Probably I'm second most excited for this. First is How to Train Your Dragon, and then second is this one, and then Super Nintendo World. I'm sorry, Jason. Dark Universe is on the bottom for me, just because I don't have, an affinity towards that as much. Like I haven't seen the old Universal monster movies and stuff.
It's fine. No one's perfect. I will chime in with this one. This is probably going to still be very, very authentic if it's going to match the way the other Wizarding Worlds have been, with very English food, like no Coke, nothing like that in the park. You're not going to get your chicken tenders. You're not going to get a hamburger or pizza or anything like that. So expect this to be full on French food, French cuisine. You're probably going to get your escargot here or whatever. I will not be eating in here. I will get my butterbeer and enjoy the rest of it because I want my chicken tenders.
Yeah.
But
you'll be eating at the Burning Blade at Dark Universe. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think overall the lands are great that they've got going on here. Let's kind of go over the hotels a little bit. We don't have much information as of recording because they haven't really released that much. The Universal's Helios Grand Hotel is the hotel that's going to be it's actually at the back of the park. It's kind of like their castle, their weenie for the park. They've talked about there's possibly going to be projection shows for their nighttime show on this thing. The rooms can face into the park. It's going to be great. It's going to be expensive, but
Yeah, it's a beautiful
you know,
hotel.
everybody's going to want to stay
It's
there.
going to be worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurant on the top. I don't think a restaurant or a bar, one of the two that they've built up there. So imagine just sitting there watching the fireworks from that. Um, yeah, very much worth whatever price they're going to put on it. I still don't think that it's going to be grand flow pricing. I think it's going to be pretty reasonable. And then we have the twin hotels that are at the entrance of the park, which are Universal's Stella Nova and Terra Luna resorts. They're going to be prime value, and they actually open. We have opening dates. Stella Nova opens on the 21st of January of next year, and then Terra Luna opens on the 25th of February next year. So they're just about a month apart. You're gonna find your stuff there, the usual Universal. So Starbucks is gonna be in there. Quick service, pool bars, all that jazz. Um, I'm excited for them. I really like the way these two
Mhm.
look. The color tiles they put on the side, and they've been testing the lights for the twinkling lights. A good way to, when you come into the park, kind of introduce you to this whole universe thing that they're trying to put together. So, um, tickets. So this is gonna be the weird thing.
Yeah.
Why do you need a
This
travel
is why
agent
you
for
need
booking?
this is why you need a travel agent, for real.
All right, Rachel, why don't you tell us about the tickets a little bit?
So the tickets, we don't know how long it's going to be like this for, but starting off, you need to have a minimum of a 3-day ticket in order to enter Epic Universe. So they are having a 3-day plus a 1-day Epic. So you have 3 days to go to their 3 other theme parks. And then the 4th day, or whatever sequence you want, you would be able to enter Epic Universe. If you get a park to park ticket, that does not count toward Epic Universe. If you wanted to visit Epic Universe and say Universal Studios in 1 day, that counts as 2 days of your ticket. So this is why you need a travel agent to explain the ticket differences. So when you get there, you're not taken off guard, or you don't understand what you purchased. But yeah, as of now, no matter the length of stay, no matter even if you have a 15-day ticket, you can only enter Epic Universe 1 time during your stay, each stay.
And it's good to say that at least the positive is it's not a reservation. You don't have
Right.
to come in and say, okay, I'm going to go on Tuesday to this park. It's just once you go to Epic, that's your day. You can't go back. So it's probably a lot to keep the crowds a little bit more at bay, understanding how to run stuff. I I wouldn't look for Express Pass to be at this park right off the bat,
No.
just because they're trying to figure everything out. But you know, and we don't have. I'm an annual pass holder to Universal, so we don't have any information as of yet on how annual passes will be able to use this. Uh, you know, maybe you're staying at Disney. We don't know how they're going to handle that type of stuff if you're coming over to Universal, if you want to do Epic Universe. So hopefully we get more answers to that as time comes on. But yes, right now you have to have a travel package to get into Epic Universe. And it's also good to note that we don't have release date for anything yet. So we can't sit there and say, okay, just because Terra Luna opens on February 25th doesn't mean that Epic Universe is open on the 26th.
Right.
They'll give that to us when they're ready. I would probably say by the end of September, October, just to kind of, because people are going to start talking about family vacations here soon.
And currently we can only book through April of 2025 for Universal. So something must be happening after April of 2025 with their packages. So that's probably why they're holding out on releasing the calendar.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I wouldn't necessarily wait to go for next year. I would, if you want to go to Universal, go ahead and go. Take a trip now. There's a lot going on for the next Halloween Horror Night starts here at the end of the month on the 29th, and then after that you've got Grinchmas. and the Macy's parade for holiday. Those are two great things that they have going for them. And it gets your feet wet. See if you want to do that 3 or 4 day stay at Universal. See what they have to offer. Maybe you can change your mind on where you want a vacation in Orlando. I'm not saying Disney's not a great place. I'm just saying Universal might have a little bit
Yeah.
more fun.
As I've gotten older, I really enjoy Universal a lot more. I think I appreciate it a lot more. Like I love Disney and I'll always be a Disney adult, but I have really enjoyed and appreciated my trips I've taken to Universal over the last couple of years.
I agree. I just love the setup of it. I think the ease of the parks being right next to one each other
Mhm.
is just makes the day run so smoothly.
Yeah.
Even with VIP tours, we're literally walking behind stage in between the two parks by the sound stages. It's not like you're taking the bus or the monorail to the other park and wasting valuable time
Mhm.
on the transfer. But I love it. And City Walk at night, it's just great.
Yeah.
Um, it's easy to
It's
get
so
dining
fun.
reservations for. It's more
Yeah.
on the fly. It's a more relaxing type of vacation, I feel. And I'm excited with the three new hotels. I love the twin hotels. I think the prime value is great for families that want to stay on the budget. And I think they have a lot to offer. So I'm very excited with these new additions coming to Universal. But like Jason said, if you go, go. There's no need
Mhm.
to wait. You can always, go again. But I'm
Yeah,
very excited.
you can book a trip for when Stella or Terra open and just do the other parks while you're there. Get
Yeah.
a feel for how long that ride is back and forth. Because you're at the back door like of Epic, so I wouldn't be surprised if they say, "Hey, you can walk to Epic from here," but
Mm.
you will need a bus to the other parks. So next episode, we got D23 coming up next week. So I think what we'll end up doing is in 2 weeks we'll be talking about what Disney's doing to respond to Epic Universe. So I kind of think a lot of it's going to be this is what we're going what we plan on doing. If Epic doesn't pull people away from them like Universal's hoping, Disney might end up scaling stuff back. But we can talk about that hopefully on the next show. Um, so
Awesome.
how can people reach us there, Rachel?
So you can visit us at magicaltravel.com. You can get in touch with the four of us. We have a about the team, and you can contact one of us there. Or you can reach out directly to the office, and we can direct you to one of our knowledgeable agents. But either way, we have quote forms you can fill out, and one of us can get back to you. If you like what you heard, put our name down, and Myka, Terri, or Jason would be happy to help. So,
And to close out, I'll just do the cliche thing of if you just would subscribe and leave a review, let us know like what do you like
Yeah.
and share it
what
What
out
do you
kind
want
of
to
there.
hear
things do you
next?
want? Yeah, what kind of
Yeah.
things do you want to hear? Yeah.
We got plenty of stuff on the pipeline for ours, but it was a pleasure getting around and talking with you all and hearing your thoughts on Epic Universe, and I can't wait for us to talk again in a couple weeks.